So actually look back through your whole history and see, what has life trained me to be the best at? Because a huge impact can definitely be connected to your life story. And then you're going to go and sell that. This is what I'm inviting you into. What I'm wanting you to really look at is something that is connected with your life story. Okay, so I want you to look back and think of these pinnacle moments, and that is where you're going to have the biggest impact. And sometimes that can be really uncomfortable because it could be something, maybe you're ashamed of it, or you've kind of forgotten about it, or you don't want to tell anybody. But actually, if you'll come forth with that, I don't know, maybe you lost all your hair and went bald when you were 26. I don't know what it is, but that could help somebody else. So we're going to take something connected to your life story, and we're going to suggest that you go all in on that. Because if you do take that thing that, that you've just learned, which is great, you could create a product or something, and maybe you could make some money with it. But what we find is actually that the growth of that will probably typically slow down because it doesn't have that momentum of the history of your life experience, and what life has actually trained you in. It's actually very, very simple. To key that lock, we need to come back to your life story. And that's where, what people will resonate with, because it's got that authenticity upon it. No one can argue, with the experiences that you've gone through and what life's trained you in. So if you're, and this has been what I've walked through, is that, when you decide that actually I'm in for a big game, that I want to expand, I don't just want to live a small life or in a small way, but that I actually have something inside of me where I want to make a huge impact, and that can definitely be connected with your life story. Does that make sense? Some of the best businesses have actually come out of people's own personal experiences, their own personal stories. And that is how you make a big impact. That's how you make a big transformation in other people's lives. So when you connect into the Spark Joy story framework, you're going to learn these different pinnacles of being able to recognize, what life's trained you at, and then how to bring that thread through into all of your endeavors and all of your communication, into your business, into your sales, into your relationships, to actually make other people's lives way better. So once you've identified what has life trained me at best, I want you to then go and sell that. And Spark Joy School has the frameworks in there where I'm going to suggest that, that you go and sell something that's connected to what life's already trained you at, rather than picking something that you've just learned in the last year. There's not going to be as much oil. There's not going to be as much power upon that something brand new, because when it's connected to something from your life story, it has that momentum and it has that grace, and it's like it's already in your veins because you've walked it, you know it. I mean, you can speak to anybody and they can talk about their life story or their personal experience in any particular area, usually for hours. They could just, ramble on. And so that's why you already have within you a huge well of knowledge. And it's just about tapping into that and harnessing the power of what life's already trained you to be best at, and then we're going to bring that through and use it to really bless other people and to make an impact in the world with what life's trained you at. Nothing's wasted, nothing's lost. Everything can be turned for joy, even if it was maybe a negative life experience or something that life's trained you at. That could be something that, you could platform for others' benefit. What has life trained you to be best at? And so if you're actually wanting to inspire people and make a huge impact, it's definitely connected in with your life story and what life has trained you to be best at. Does that make sense? We're going to take all of that history and I don't know if you've ever watched there's a TV show called The Bering Sea where they go mining for gold. It's up in Alaska, and it's, they go to the bottom of the sea and they're looking for gold nuggets. That's what we're going to do in the Spark Joy method, which you can actually subscribe down. We're going to do in the Spark Joy method, which you can actually subscribe down below if you want to get that workbook and just think, gosh, I could be sitting on gold right now. There could be gold in my future. It's from my past. It's tied to your life training, your life history, your personal testimony. And that's what we're going to uncover. I encourage you, subscribe and get that workbook and see if we can find those gold nuggets that are already hidden there and they're waiting in your future, that gold. It's tied to your history. I am Bonnie Brown from the Spark Joy podcast. We're going to be talking about many subjects as I unpack and unfold about how we can take, we being me and you, our life history, what life has trained us to be the best at.